gonna try recording a vlog. I'm not planning it, and I'm gonna try and just like make it super loose and sloppy. I always want to do vlogs, and I always just like overthink them. So I'm trying to underthink. I'm trying to underthink this vlog. So I'm in the process of recording this. So let's just record more stuff. But today I'm taking a break from that. I'm gonna record later today, probably. But my main goal for today, let's sit down here and show you guys. I finally had to admit to myself, because I am not very confident when it comes to dark skin tones. I always just kind of thought like, oh, same techniques apply, just go for it, but they don't. I think this is why dark skin tones are hard for me. It's because I always think you can use the same approach for any skin tones. But when you paint with watercolor, painting on white paper, lighter skin tones are lighter values, therefore closer to white. Okay, so you don't have to layer it as much, and you don't have as wide a range of value because you're going from white to like, you know, beige or peach or yellowy orange or whatever. With dark skin tones, you guys know what dark skin tones look like. You're going from white to a much, much darker color, you know, depending on what kind of dark skin tone you're doing. So if we did a skin tone like this one, here we go. That's, I mean, in real life, it's not actually like solid black, but in value, that's really, really dark. So to go from the white of the paper to a dark shadow like that requires a different mentality. I decided I need to stop and spend the next couple hours deconstructing dark skin tones. This is actually a really good picture. I'm getting my photo reference from Unsplash, which are photos that are free to use for anything. Like there's no licensing basically on them. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and my goal is like, by the end of the day, I'll be able to clearly articulate how to do dark skin tones. Anyway, I feel like I've been avoiding dark skin tones because of the classic, like, I don't know how to do them, so they'll look bad, so why would I want to do something that looks bad? And the answer is because I don't want it to look bad forever. So yeah, today I'm tackling my phobia of certain things outside my comfort zone. Who knows, maybe after dark skin tones I'll learn how to draw buildings. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up a few references and draw them and paint them and learn all the things. It's not the most accurate thing ever, but I mainly was looking for like areas of highlights and shadows so I can see how the colors shift from a highlight to a shadow. The same thing over here. So I wasn't looking for like realism, because I don't care about realism. I'm kind of looking for like a checklist basically of like highlights, midtones, and shadows. So for my sketch, I wanted to just include enough information that I can do that. So let's go ahead and find some more photo references. This is the problem with deciding you want to learn one thing. You kind of discover all the other things you don't know. Like, for example, one thing that I've kind of known but never addressed is the fact that I have a very limited understanding of facial structure. Like, I kind of have the formula that I like, and I just kind of keep going back to it. So then, when I study from photos, I learn that I don't know anything about facial structure. I mean, I know something about facial structure, but I just kind of learned how ingrained my style is. That all being said, all the struggles being what they are, I'm excited to color these. As I was looking for photo references and looking at the references while I drew, I kind of started like paying attention to the colors, and there are little things I was like, so that's how that works, and like I'm excited to try and figure it out. I think I'll switch to a blank page and do some swatching and some notes and basically figure out my color recipes. So Okay, so while you're watching all of this random footage, I thought I would give you guys kind of a life update and, just tell you what I'm about. While I was working on this, I watched the new Franny Fisher movie over on Acorn, which was pretty neat, very fun to watch. Two things about sort of this exercise, two things that I kind of want to do with this exercise. The first is that I'm working on a Skillshare class, a new Skillshare class about painting faces, and I wanted to include a little more variety with skin tones, and realized that I didn't know how to do that. And so I decided to tackle it this one day. I think this was Monday. And just basically gave myself a little skin tone boot camp. So that was the first reason I was doing this. The second one is a little bit more, serious, kind of. So this whole virus thing that's been sort of taking the world by storm. I've been feeling like I can't keep to a schedule the last 2 weeks. It's just felt like every day feels so uncertain and unpredictable, and there's new information every single day. And I just really struggled with getting into a routine and figuring out where I was mentally. So after about 2 weeks of just feeling very directionless and foggy, I decided this week I just wanted to just be productive for the sake of feeling like I have a direction. So yeah. So this was on Monday. This was filmed on Monday. And basically I was doing the Skillshare class. That was one thing I wanted to do. But also just doing some studies from reference really helps me mentally feel more focused. So that was the other reason that I did this, is I just needed some time to do some studies with my watercolors and feel like I knew what I was doing. Because right now in my life, there are a lot of areas where I don't know what's happening. And obviously it's not just me. I think we all kind of feel like we don't know what each day is going to bring a little bit. So yeah, having this day where I just spent the afternoon focused on watercolors and learning and using a reference and everything just felt like kind of the reset button that I've been needing the last 2 weeks. So yeah, that was the motivation behind this. I apologize if you started watching this because you thought maybe it would be a tutorial. It's not. This is not me teaching how to do dark skin tones. This is me learning how to do it. I've put this off for so long because like I said earlier, I hate drawing things that I'm not good at, it's just not fun. But specifically with skin tones, I hated it when I had a good drawing and then I ruined it with color. Like, it just made me so sad. So I think that's one reason. I don't like stepping out of my comfort zone when it comes to characters or to people because they're my favorite thing to do and I like to do them well. But this exercise, I feel like my toolbox grew so much. I guess the toolbox didn't grow. I added tools to my toolbox. And I just feel so excited by what I learned from this and what I feel like competent when it comes to what it feels like competent. I just feel a lot more competent when it comes to portraits and figure painting and skin tones. And that's kind of a cool feeling. I kind of needed that little ego boost. I needed to learn a new skill and feel happy with the results. Kind of just needed to give that to myself. This also made me super excited about the Skillshare class because it just added, I only changed one portrait, but it adds so much to the class to have a skin tone that's darker. It's just more diverse and therefore more pleasing visually. So yeah, all around, this was a good use of my afternoon. Going forward, I know this whole shelter-in-place thing is going to be a thing for a while, I think. I think it's here for at least another few weeks. But going forward, I kind of want to bear in mind what I learned here, because I kind of learned that like I need to have structure, but I need that structure to also sort of fulfill me to some degree. It can't just be about productivity. I need my routine to also be something that adds to my life, not just something that makes a demand of my time. So yeah, going forward, I want to pay attention to that and develop a schedule that kind of heals is the wrong word, something that kind of rejuvenates my mental state a little bit. I just feel like I really need that right now, and I'm sure I'm not alone. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I think the video is almost over. I guess in terms of learning color and skin tone, I would call this a success. Learned a whole lot, and I think I like, color-wise, I like the results. That's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, so that's trying to paint darker skin tones. If you're curious, some of the colors that I found myself the colors that I thought worked the best would be yellow ochre, this one right here, which is a brown, but it's got a lot of yellow in it. Yellow ochre, golden, a little bit English red, but this tended to make it dull. I don't know if this has white in it or not, but it kind of worked, but not really. So red ochre, golden, and it's not on here, but violet is what I used for some of the shadows. So yeah, that's kind of what I learned. I did learn to stay away from these and these. This one actually might be usable, but these just made the skin tones look sick and not in a good way. So yeah, see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this super casual, loose vlog thing. If you guys did like it, I mean, this is easy to film, so I might do more of these, and hopefully I'll just get better the more I do them. Not hopefully, I will get better the more I do them. If I wave, I shake the camera. Sorry.